All right, I want to welcome everybody to Face to Face Talk Show. It's your boy DJ Jones. I have a very, very, very special guest in the building. I know him by just doing his thing out there in the field in the entertainment world. Mike Sutherland, welcome to the show.
Thanks, appreciate it.
What's going on? So I want to hop right into it, man. I'm gonna thank you for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
Definitely pleased to have you. There's a lot of people that just want to know more about Mike Sutherland, so I kind of just want to hop right into it. So first and foremost, where are you from? Just kind of state your bio a little bit.
Right now, I've been out here for 12, 15 years, something in between there. Lancaster, PA. That's where I live, but I'm actually from New York.
Okay, New York.
Yeah,
New York City.
definitely in New York City. Yep, from the Bronx to BX to Brooklyn. Lived all over the place in New York.
Okay.
Bronx, lived up in Westchester County, lived in Rockland.
Okay.
So I bounced around a bit.
Okay, that's good. So what brought you to Lancaster? Because are you residing in Lancaster now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm living here now. What brought me out here? Well, before I got married, growing up, my parents used to bring us out to the farm.
Okay.
To show us a different life.
Okay.
Than what the city had to offer.
Okay, that's good.
So, kind of learned a bit about that. Learned about the Amish and the Mennonites, like most people do.
Okay.
Some of the townspeople. So, when I brought my wife out here, I said, I want you to see where we kind of grew up over the years. And she was like, oh, wow, this is nice.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, it's quiet. I said, we come here, we go back. We don't stay.
Really?
And she said, no, we got to move out here.
Really?
And I was like, we got to think about it.
Okay. It's a big switch from New York City. I know a few people from New York who end up in Lancaster.
Oh, yeah.
Right. How long you been married?
22 years.
22 years.
It's a long time.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
How do you make it work? That's a long time. Some people, that's a long time.
It is. There's a lot of love, a lot of trust, and it's hard because a lot of things happen, and you just got to come together. There's a lot of little arguments here and there, but you get through it.
Right.
Yeah.
Communication's key.
Communication's key.
Very key.
But trusting God is another key too.
There you go. That's what's up. Well, congratulations, 22 years.
Yeah, thanks.
I know a lot of people would love to even say 10 years. You know what I mean? So
it's true.
So that's good. That's good. What does she do?
She has a social work degree.
Okay.
But she works in the school system.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's good. Okay. All right. So from New York City, come down to Lancaster. Were you doing photography in New York?
I was doing a little bit of photography in New York.
Okay.
In New York, I was doing mostly music. Which a lot of people don't know.
Oh, what you
I
rapping?
play keys.
You play keys?
I play keys on a lot of people's projects.
I didn't know that.
Back in the day, when I was a kid, I used to rap, I used to dance, do everything everybody else does. Right. And then I branched out.
Right.
So even as a kid, between 12 and 15, I was working with a whole bunch of different artists.
Okay.
So I was doing club music, but today they call it house.
Okay.
True house, because my man Lem Springsteen was doing a lot of stuff with him.
Okay.
Then I branched out into hip hop.
Okay.
I was doing a little bit of jazz and a little bit of rock and stuff, but my main thing was doing R&B stuff, and I was trying to branch out. So after Lem, I was hooking up with this guy named Jay Fair. I don't know if you know him.
He's from where?
He's from New York.
No.
DJ Jay Fair. He travels all over the place now. Yeah, he's like international DJ.
Really? Well, maybe I should know him.
Yeah. That's all right.
Shout out to him.
Yep, he was a mixtape king for years.
Okay.
It was him and Green Lantern going back and.
Okay. Yeah, Green Lantern. Okay.
From Jay Fair and Lem, then I branched off to my man Diamond D. Then Diamond D through family members, and then I started doing stuff with him. That's when I started meeting everybody.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Diamond's man.
That's good. So when you came to Lancaster, so you come down here, and why photography? Why not videography?
Nah, I wasn't really trying to do video. I mean, you know what? I went to school. I went to Hofstra University. I went to Iona College, and I was doing a lot of communication stuff to do that. And I was doing some video. But photography, the reason why I chose that, I have a cousin that used to do photography at his house. He had a darkroom. And I was like, I want to be like him. But what's funny is he stopped doing photography. And I was like, I'm going to keep doing it and see what happens.
Right.
But when I was in New York, I ran into a lot of different people from just taking pictures all over the place. So the person that actually put me on to a lot of stuff that taught me how to really stay true to the game and actually make a portfolio was Mr. Owens.
Okay.
Mr. Owens is Queen Latifah's dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was actually on one of their sets, and I said, yo, I want to know how I can take pictures
Right.
for this. And he's like, listen, I don't want you to come back here without a portfolio. And I said, what do you mean I need a portfolio so I can take pictures? He's like, yeah, make sure you get a portfolio and come back.
Right.
So I went and spent a few months taking all these random pictures all over New York. And I took his book and I said, listen, these are all my pictures. I printed them all out. And he was like, okay. And I said, what does that mean? He said, oh, now you're good. You can do whatever you want. And I was like, but I wanted to do pictures here. He said, no, I'm going to plug you in with some people.
Right.
And he said, you probably already know some of them and show them what you do.
Right.
And I took it from there.
That's crazy. That's crazy. How do you feel about? I feel like photography is.
It's changed
It's changed
a lot.
What do you feel about that?
Photography, you know what, has never really changed too much to me. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. People always had cameras. People always had phones. It's just that phones kept developing.
Right.
Get better and better over time. So people started using it more and more. When I was doing photography in the beginning, photographers were the ones that had the big giant cameras. And they were like, if they got a big camera, you must be professional. And then the people with the small little cameras, if they had a lot of money, they can get the same type of work, basically, and actually show people, okay, look, I had a little Polaroid or whatever camera, and it was like, oh, okay, and it just kept developing over time.
Right.
But nowadays, the regular cameras, I mean, you got one over here.
Yeah.
Cell phone.
Yeah.
Is actually doing almost the same stuff that a regular camera does.
Right.
The difference is the quality.
So, what do you shoot with now?
Canons.
Canons.
Yeah.
Always been Canons?
No, I used to be Nikon.
Really?
I was a Nikon dude for years.
Why'd you switch?
My flashes kept blowing out on me.
Really?
On the Nikons. Yep. And if you actually trying to use a Nikon in the rain, it doesn't work right.
Really?
Canons seem to hold up no matter what. Get a lot of dust in it, whatever. Just got to get regular maintenance.
Right.
And it keeps going.
Right. Right.
And my flashes don't burn out that fast.
Yeah. So that's good. What made you get into the nightlife? Because a lot of people know you from the nightlife, and I feel like there wouldn't be as much post production if it wasn't for you, because you're everywhere. So tell the people what made you hop into the nightlife scene.
Especially out here, I was trying to actually find people right within Lancaster to actually trust me, to actually take pictures, and people just weren't even blinking their eye at me.
Why do you think that?
They didn't know who I was.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, let me go back to the way I used to do things in New York. In New York, it was the DJs, it was the producers, it was the promoters. I said, let me do the same exact thing out here. Hooked up with some different DJs and promoters from, there's a lot of people. All right, DJ Freeze in Lancaster. He was, I know it's a name that a lot of people kind of feel funny about, but he was one of the first people that actually let me in.
Yeah.
Between him and just that dude that left Lancaster that everybody knew.
D-Lac?
D-Lac.
Yeah.
D-Lac was all over the place, and I kept bumping heads with him.
Right.
So it was between him, DJ La,
Kula,
right?
Okay. Shout out to Kula. He gets the shout out.
Yeah. Then I ran into Big Al.
Big Al. Shout out to Big Al. I just was talking to him too before I came down here. Okay.
So just think about those guys. And then when they had the hip hop shows back in the day out here, they would have the stuff at the Forum in Harrisburg. I would go to different shows just to show up and see what people were saying. They're like, "Oh, you take pictures? All right, let me let you in and try to do stuff." One of the main people in Harrisburg, and I gotta give him a shout out, is Show Love. Show Love is all over the place.
I never heard it.
You don't know who Show Love is? All right. Show Love had a group called Hungry Entertainment with Nat King. I don't know if you know Nat King.
I know Nat King.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
They were together.
Okay. You taking us back. You taking
I'm taking it way back.
It's a history lesson for everybody.
Take it way back. Show Love, I met him when I was working at the mall in Harrisburg. And he introduced me to some people, and it just kept flowing from there.
Right.
Mike Miller, I'm sure you know who Mike Miller is. Big Mike. They were two DJs at Kiss FM.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
The Eminem show.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah,
See, I'm going way back.
You take us way back, way back.
So you can understand how things developed.
Right.
Just meeting up with all of these different people just kept building and building and building and building.
Right.
The nightlife was funny because nobody was taking pictures at bars. Nobody was taking pictures at any restaurants. The clubs, people that's there to go out to have a good time.
Right.
There was nobody really in there trying to take pictures. And the reason why is because I guess photographers didn't feel comfortable trying to take pictures of people that they didn't know. So I just used that same circuit to keep developing stuff. And what I was doing while I was here doing stuff, I was traveling to Philly, I was going to Baltimore, I was going back to New York, and then it kept growing from there.
Kept growing.
And then people were like, yo, we could do this too. And I'm like, you got your own teams.
Right.
Just put some people together and see what happens.
Now, is there, I can't remember how I met you, because it's just, I've known you for years.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly how I met you. But a good friend of mine, Bilal, talked highly of you.
Yeah, Bilal, I connected with Bilal because of this guy named Alfonso.
Okay, I know Alfonso too. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Shout out to Bilal and Alfonso. I know him too.
Yeah, Alfonso, rest in peace, Mr. White. Alfonso was trying to do everything, photography, video. He was trying to put together teams to do plays and into movies and stuff.
Right.
It was just a lot that he was doing because he was doing stuff through the churches. Because his whole family, that's what they've always done their whole life. So I connected with him trying to build up stuff. And then Bilal kept running into each other. And he was like, listen, if anything doesn't work out while you're doing this, you can come over and slide in with me. That's what happened.
That's what's up. So me and you spoke maybe about a month ago. I mean, we talked here and there, but about a month ago we spoke, and you told me that you were going to take a break.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Took a mini break.
Right. You took. I said, yeah. You know, I saw you like 2 days later back at the club. What made you even want to feel like taking a break after doing it for so long? I mean, you've been doing it for years. You're everywhere. What made you want to take a break?
I wanted to take a break because all these young kids are trying to jump in the game.
Right.
And I'm trying to give them a chance to do some of the stuff that I've been doing over the years. And I'm watching them, but it seems like they don't really stay consistent. They'll do it this week, they might do it next week, but after that they're like, listen, I need to slow down. And I'm like, you didn't start yet.
Right.
You got to build it up. It's like school. You got 4 years of school or 8 years of school, whatever it is that you want to do, it's continuation.
Right. What younger guys do you like? Like you see him, you say, you know, this guy has potential.
Okay. My man Queso. I love Queso.
I don't know. What's his does he have his own tag name, or that's
No, that's his name. You look him up online, you'll see him.
Queso, okay.
He's taken over by storm right now. Yeah. I met him when he was just trying to do modeling stuff. And then he was like, he's jumping into photography, he's gonna start running club events, this and that.
Right.
And then bam, now he's doing all kinds of stuff. Yeah, if you look him up, you're gonna find him real fast.
What
he's in Harrisburg too.
Who else?
A lot. Well, you of course.
No. Well, no. I mean, as far as photography.
Photography.
Like, as far as like, if you could mentor somebody, who do you see worth your time to educate and just kind of say, hey, this is what you could or couldn't do? You know what I mean?
Right now, I see Anthony Beard actually growing really well. He's out of York.
Okay.
He got some. I mean, you have to check him out. He's doing all kinds of things, dabbling in a lot of stuff.
Right.
And a lot of people are going to him now.
Okay.
Who else is there? There's Jonathan Gonzalez has been doing a lot of stuff.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to him.
And you see George, G-Logic.
Yeah, G-Logic. Shout out to him. He's actually the one who did my my photo shoot.
Okay.
So anybody sees my big ass face on the flyer with my prayer hands, shout out to G-Logic.
Yeah.
He did a shoot and he killed it. He shot that with a Sony.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? We're at the shoot, and you know he has a bunch of cameras, and he pulls out this little Sony, and he was like, "I'm gonna shoot you with this," and I'm like, "You sure?" Because people have that mentality, like you stated before. The bigger the camera, the better the shoot's gonna be, the better the photographer is. So he pulls out this little, no flash or anything, and then pictures were crazy.
The R series.
Yes.
The Sonys are nice.
I hear it's an expensive camera.
Yeah. They're like 3,000 and up. But yeah, they're cool.
So what do you suggest somebody, let's say somebody's watching this interview or will watch this interview, who might be on the fence of thinking about doing photography? What would you say?
Try it.
Try it.
Learn as much as possible. Learning stuff online. Find somebody else that's actually doing photography. Work with them. Go to some events with them or whatever shoots with them. Just see different, critiques of what they're doing.
Right.
See what their lighting is like. Some people like to use a lot of lighting, a lot of backdrop stuff. They might have umbrellas or whatever.
Right.
But each person's different.
Right.
So,
what do you say is the city that you love to shoot in? Because Central PA we're talking about, because that's kind of where you're at. So we're talking York, Harrisburg, Lancaster. What city is your favorite city to go out and shoot?
Between Harrisburg, York, and Lancaster. I'm gonna say between Harrisburg and Lancaster.
Harrisburg and
And I'm
Lancaster.
gonna say both of those because on the weekends, Harrisburg is a spot. 2nd Street is lit. There's so much you can actually take pictures of. Between the garages, the different clubs. I have a different eyesight, so I'm always looking at different things. I'm like, there's little angles in the alleyways and stuff like that. Lancaster is a little smaller, so you have between Prince Street and King Street. So those are the two areas that most, you're gonna even see photographers all over the place during the day doing stuff. I'm a night guy, so I'm only one of the few that's out and about in the streets, as people know.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fact. I mean, you surprised me. I'm gonna tell you, you surprised me with how you move around, right, and how you're at all the hot spots. That's one thing I know. So let's talk about that a little bit. Is there an event that you won't do, or will you do any events, or do you specifically make sure you get the hot spots?
I try to do the hot spots, but I do a lot of small events too. And the small events usually lead to the big events. So, all right, for example, Chameleon Club. Everybody knows Chameleon Club in this area. They have some really big artists, and they got small little artists. When they brought down, I'm trying to remember the name of the dude from Atlanta. He's really well known. He has a big song, and just to let you know, when I went to his event, there was 12 people.
Really?
12 people. I was like, yo, this guy is known.
Shout out to the promoters.
But because of that event, that leads to other things.
Right.
So when I was there, some other people were like, listen, we got another event coming up. Can you come? I go to that event. That event had like 3,000 people.
Right.
So it was like, oh, wow. A lot of people don't understand that. They only want to look at the big picture. You gotta look at the little stuff. It could be a little birthday party that had like 5 people there. Somebody there might be an owner of a restaurant or whatever.
Right. It's all about networking and meeting people and who you know.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's very key.
And what's funny with me being in the club scene, people come from all over just to see what this area has. So, for example, I have promoters that hit me up from Atlanta, Miami, Cali, even overseas, and they'll just be here because they're visiting a relative or a friend or whatever, and they're like, listen, if we can book you, can you go here?
Right.
And even if I can't go there, I might actually know somebody in their area that'll cover something. So it's like one hand washes the other.
Right.
Because if I give somebody else something, they're gonna be like, oh, remember when Mike gave this to me? I need to give Mike something back.
Right. That's good.
That's how it works.
People speak very highly of you. Like, you're very professional.
Thanks.
I don't think I've ever seen you in anything besides dress clothes. Like, you're very professional.
I try to
Do you
stay
own
that
a pair of sneakers? Do you own sneakers?
Yeah, I have sneakers.
You own sneakers? Okay.
I have like 2 pairs.
Okay, 2 pairs of sneakers. And you're very punctual. You're very punctual.
Yeah.
You showed up on time today.
Yeah.
Like, very punctual.
Yes, I try to.
And if you say something, you do it.
And if I can't, I'll let you know right ahead of time.
Exactly. Your professionalism, outbeats a lot of people that I know, and other photographers. You know, and I think you need all of that to be the best photographer. You know, you can't just know how to take a good picture or edit.
Right.
Being professional, being punctual, being polite, and being courteous goes a long way.
Sure.
You know, and you're on the money, man. You're on the money.
Yeah. Right now I'm trying to teach my daughters how to do some of this stuff. So
Okay.
give a shout to them, to Leah and Sarah. My daughter Leah has actually done some weddings and other things for me.
Okay.
A lot of people don't even know she takes pictures.
Yeah. That's good. Teach them young. How old are they?
One's 20,
Oh,
and
okay.
one's 13.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, so they're ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
They're ready to go. They're ready to go.
Yeah.
So when you have an event that you're covering and it's massive, like you say you did something 3,000 people.
Yeah.
Something else that impresses me is your turnaround time is amazing.
You mean to get the pictures done?
Yes. Literally within 24 hours. So when you have an event so large, now do you narrow your your subjects, or do you still try to capture the whole?
I still capture the whole thing. No matter what, it could be 10 pictures, it could be 1,000 pictures. I'm gonna try to actually get them uploaded.
Right.
And that's what I do. I have one computer dedicated to just upload the pictures. Then I have my hard drives.
Right.
So that's how I do that.
Yeah.
If I had to edit all the stuff, then people have to wait a long time. That's why I just let it sit out there and people can do whatever they need to the pictures.
And you know what? I think a lot of photographers, they don't pick up on that. Because I think you have to know, I think you have a good sense of knowing what the customer wants, right? And as you know, some people, you'll be waiting for a while for some photos, right? Either they don't have the time or they're still editing and then you kind of miss the whole point, right?
So think about it this way. I do a lot of little hidden work. Hidden work would mean newspaper, magazines, there's deadlines for those companies. You're actually taking pictures and they need that stuff within the next 4 hours.
Right.
Because they need it online. People doing it with their cell phones, it takes minutes. So when I actually go home and upload it, people are still sleeping. When they wake up, it's there.
It's there.
These editors don't sleep. They gotta have the stuff. So when they go, you have those pictures, send them the link. Next thing you know, bam, it's in whatever. I don't care if it's online or if it's not online.
Right.
They have the stuff and they can go doctor it up or whatever.
Yeah, that's been true. It's been a couple of times after a party that you showed up, I'll wake up, I don't usually wake up till like noon the next day. And bam, it's there. And I don't know do you feel like people appreciate what you do? Sometimes?
Not all the time. I get cursed out a lot.
Why do you think that? And about what?
There's a reason. There's a reason why I get cursed out a lot. Maybe they can't do it and they want to know how to do it that way.
Who's they? When you say they, you don't have to say a name. Like what kind of person?
Random people. People that actually, okay, you take a picture with me. I'm at the club, and they're like, "I wanted to see that picture first before you put it up."
Okay.
But what happens is, I usually show the people the picture and say, "If you don't like it, delete it right away." If they don't say delete it, it's gonna go up, and they might be like, "Oh, I should have taken another picture." The problem is with the events, it's too quick, and some people might not be in the right frame of mind. They might be with their friends. They might be drinking. They might be just tired. Whatever it is,
right.
It is what it is,
right.
And it just comes out.
Right.
I'm just happy I was able to get it.
Right. Right. Well, also, I mean, one thing I've learned in business, just period, you'll kill yourself trying to make everybody happy.
Exactly.
You can't.
You can't do it.
You can't. So, if you came to the club and you decided to get tore up and be a hot mess, hey, just imagine if this was LA. I mean, you can't even go to the store without getting a photo taken. Yeah. You know what I mean? So,
because you got paparazzi everywhere.
Everywhere. And you're like the paparazzi in the good way of Central PA.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. I mean, you're everywhere. And for people who don't know and people who just tuning in right now, we're live with the I'm gonna say the famous Central PA's famous Mike Sutherland. For everybody who's tuning in. Also, make sure you guys share this in your timeline and just let people know we're live right now. So yeah, I'm gonna call you famous Central PA's photographer, or Central PA's famous photographer. I mean, you're killing it. You know what I mean? But people, I sometimes feel people don't appreciate. I think a lot of people don't appreciate good things.
That's true. That's in anything.
And you have a good service. I mean, you provide a good service, a much needed, and I think a lot of people just don't appreciate. How do you feel about the promoters?
Promoters are cool. I mean, they have some promoters that don't understand what's going on in the game. So then they might pull me to the side. No, some of the events. I don't care if you're at the Marriott, if you're a promoter at Chameleon Club, if you're a Chameleon Club at the Village.
Right.
What has happened over the years, and I've watched it, even from Dragonfly. Let's go way back. Dragonfly to man, I'm trying to think of all the different Eclipse. Right. When they used to see me, they were like, "What are you doing here?" And I go, "This promoter asked me to be here."
Right.
Where's that promoter at? I don't know. Right. And then I would show them my phone. Back in the day, it was MySpace. I'll go click, 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 click. Look, where's he at? Oh, he was just here.
Right.
Can you ask them, please? And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stand over here or sit over here until they tell you yes. And then they go, "Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies." Then they would ask me after the event, where's this pictures gonna be? I said, well, I can send it to you, or you can just go back to them and they'll tell you. And usually I tell them, just contact the DJ.
Right.
And the reason why I say contact the DJs are usually the first ones I send the pictures to.
Right, right.
And the DJs will just put it out there. Here's the link.
Right.
And then they go, it's on that link? And I'm like, yeah.
So you do more than just nightlife though. You do like, cause every once in a while I'll see you post, hey, I'm doing this type of shoot this week or something like that. What do you prefer doing? Do you prefer the nightlife or do you prefer the indie photo shoots?
I like both of them, but the nightlife is totally different. You're meeting people of all ages, and they're just happy most likely all the time. When you're dealing with a studio project or something that you just come out of your head trying to develop, it takes more time. That person might be nervous trying to actually do it. They might not want to do anything, but you have to like spend time explaining to them what's going to happen and check out the pictures and see which ones you like. Most times they'll be like, I don't like any of those pictures. And
Right.
You don't like none of those pictures? Then they go, no, maybe I found a few. And you're like, okay.
Right.
Well, it's just developing stuff. That's all it is.
How do you set the mood? Like, so when I did my shoot with G Logic, I don't do photo shoots. Right. So I'm in there like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. How do you set the mood, preferably for a female whose shoot you're doing?
Asking her what kind of music she likes.
Put the music
Put
on.
the music on.
All right, so you need music. Check. What else you need?
Make sure she has all her outfits together. Make sure her makeup is right. Make sure the hair is right.
Right.
A lot of these girls, they never done this before. So I asked them, I said, look at some pictures you see online of what you like.
Right.
See if you can imitate or something, come close to what you're trying to make happen.
Right.
Bring your team. So if they have other girls or guys that they need to bring along as support, they can bring them.
Right.
Just try and make sure they don't get involved in the shoot unless they're part of the shoot.
Right.
So that's the kind of thing.
Yeah. What's the most, when people come to you who never done a shoot, right? So a female comes up to you like, hey, Mike, I want to do a shoot. Do you ask them why? Like,
sometimes I ask them.
What's the most common reason?
My friend did it. Or I've always wanted to do this. They said it costs too much money to get into modeling. And I'm going, okay, let's make it happen.
How do you feel about modeling these days?
Modeling has changed. It's not modeling anymore.
It's not.
This is all about acting. It's about singing. It's about performing. It's a lot of people that take pictures of people don't even know. They're trying to get professional pictures for different things. I don't care if you're a school teacher, if you're a dentist, doctor, lawyer, whatever. They all need pictures. Real estate's a big thing. Real estate people are always looking for the right photographers to actually have their picture, because their picture's not gonna just be on the website. It's gonna be in their business card. Every time they meet somebody, they're giving out that business card that has their picture on it. So all these people need stuff, and that's just the way the game is now. It's changed a lot.
How do you how does this affect, or does it affect, your relationship? Because you can imagine you're in the club scene every night, so you go out. You're like me. You go out every night. Back in the day, the photographers got all the women back in the day.
Yes.
Not saying they don't now, but that was the thing. Like, they were the celebrities, photographers. I'm talking way back.
I know.
So how does this affect your marriage?
It can affect, because if you're not going home, that's a problem.
Right.
If you're married, you gotta get home.
That's right. You gotta make it to the house.
I've worked with a lot of guys that, all right after the club, 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock, we're hanging out. Then we're going for breakfast. I'm like, 7 o'clock, still didn't get home yet. They're doing this every week. That relationship's gonna dwindle, because that person that's waiting for you thinks that something else is going on. What I do, okay, this is where I'm at. I'm be leaving. I'm in the car driving. I'm texting.
Okay.
I'm heading home.
That's
the
right.
difference.
That's right. Get a little paper trail. Let them know. Right.
Exactly.
Okay. What have you ever not went home?
No. I have to go home.
Have to go home. Okay.
Only time I've not gone home is if I have to go somewhere else after.
Okay.
So let's say they have some type of. I have a lot of meetings in between, because I do a lot of different business stuff. So somebody says, "Listen, Mike, after the event, I'm gonna be here. Can you make it here? And I'll go, if it's for like 15 minutes, I'll sit down with you.
Right.
If it's 2 hours, maybe I'll sit down for you really quickly or talk to you over the phone, and then we'll set up another time to meet.
Right.
Because I want to try to make sure I get back home.
Right.
Because I have to go to sleep, get a few hours in, and then go to work.
Then go to work.
And the same thing when I'm traveling. A lot of people don't understand that a lot of this is hard. It's not simple. So if I'm actually doing an event in DC, I gotta come back out here and then go back to work. So it gets a little crazy. The same thing if I'm in New York. If I'm in New York and I'm doing an event, I have to find out if I'm gonna stay over. And sometimes, probably what I've done in the past, my whole family would travel with me to New York. I'll drop them off or whatever, and then I'll do an event and then shoot off to either Brooklyn, Long Island, Bronx, wherever.
Right.
And do it that way.
What kind of events do you try to stay away from?
Did I stay away from? Not many, because I've done just about everything. I like to do weddings if I can. Those will be like number one if it's possible. But because I work on Saturdays, it's hard to take off, so I can do stuff. But no, I'll do anything as long as it's something like positive.
Right.
I try to get involved in it.
I know some photographers are like, I'll stay away from this promoter. Or I'll stay away from this type of business because it gives me more headache. You know what I mean? There's nothing like that?
No,
Nothing.
I don't get bothered by that.
You don't get bothered?
No, as long as I can actually provide whatever I can and actually show people, listen, I can do this and do the next thing. So if I'm doing a wedding and I have to do an event, I'll try to slide right into it. But you have to change your mindset.
Right. So what's next?
What's next?
Yeah. What's next? I mean, you've been doing this many years. Have you reached your goal in photography, or is there still some other things you want to accomplish? Or
if I could do editing, I would jump on it. But editing's time consuming. Dealing with Photoshop and dealing with just coming up with all these different new programs that they have. I'd rather actually connect with other photographers or other people, so they can, if they like doing that, then they can do that extra
Right.
work. I just try to stay away from it because that just bogs me down. And if I have too many things lined up, I won't get to them.
And you know, you said that you chose photography over video, but do you have any
I've done
feelings
some video.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't like editing stuff.
You don't like editing
So
stuff.
I'll film, do the different angles and everything, and give that project to one of the people I'm working with. And then they change it up, and then I look at it and go, oh wow, that's cool. I like that.
Right.
And they might even bring me in and go, what do you think about this? I want to tweak this. I'm like, all right. And I'll say, no, I don't like that. Yeah, I like that. And change it that way.
For somebody who's thinking about getting into photography or videography, would you say it's money in it?
No, it's changing.
It's
There
changing.
was money. There was a lot of money in it at one time. Because everybody's using cell phones these days, it's harder to make that money unless you actually have, if you have a real passion about doing photography, you got to connect it with other things. So if you're a person that's in construction work, if you're a person that's into developing some type of business development program and you want to do photography, that's how you make money. Photography is really a tool. A lot of people look at that as the main thing. It just connects to so many other things.
Right.
It's endless.
I remember back in the day, I had a Canon. I had a T3 Rebel.
Okay.
Maybe. And my reason for purchasing the camera was the same reason why you hopped into the nightlife.
Okay.
I was like, yo, my events were banging back in the day. We were packing it out, but the pictures they weren't consistent with actually how the event was. So I got tired of it, and I went out and bought me a Rebel Canon. I went in the store. I said, hey, look, I'm not a photographer. I have no idea what I'm doing. I need me a camera that's good and that shoots, automatically. I don't have to do anything to it.
Right.
And that's what I walked out with. And I took a picture in the store, and I saw how good the quality of the picture came out, and I was impressed. And immediately, my mind's always thinking business.
Right.
I said, hey, all I did was just point and shoot, literally. And I started taking pictures, and I came up with something photography, whatever, and boom, I was in business. So how easy that was for me,
Right.
versus somebody like yourself who really has the knowledge. I mean, how do you feel about that now? Because almost anybody, it's almost like the DJ game. You can just go to Guitar Center, cop something, get a little laptop, throw some MP3s, and boom, you're out there.
But everybody's different. So when you're looking at, just like a DJ, DJs you want to look at what skill set they have, what people have actually talked about, those people, who they get referrals from. The same thing with photography. I'm watching a lot of new photographers come out of nowhere, and they just got a camera, and they started taking pictures. Some of the pictures look nice, but they only put up the nice pictures. When you ask them to do a full event, they can only do part of the stuff because they never actually did everything. And that's the difference.
Do you think that you need, because it's typically you, just you, right?
Yeah.
When you have an event that's so huge, do you think you might need another person?
I've done it. I've actually done a few events. When we were doing stuff in York, Cobblestone, shout out to Smash, Smash and Echo.
What was that? The Kevin Gates and the
Kevin
Jadakiss?
Gates and Jadakiss. You had
that was
Freddie Wap. There's just so many different concerts that happen. But when you had those big events, if I'm traveling all over the place taking pictures, I actually brought in these guys from Harrisburg to actually have their station set up so they could print the pictures and just stay there. And then I would come over and print out whatever pictures I needed.
Right.
But that's the only way it really works. Having a team works better than just one person.
Are people even into prints now?
Yeah.
They still are?
Yeah.
I didn't think that they were, because I feel like you get more with the image, the digital image. You could use it more.
But a lot of people want to take something home. They want to have that paper, so they go like, oh, listen, I have this in my frame, they put on the wall.
Right.
I've been in a whole bunch of different people's homes when I've done shoots, and I'm like, oh, nice.
That's my stuff. Oh, that's me up there. That's me up there. That's me up there. That's good. How do you feel about nightlife? What's your favorite? What spot do you feel like is booming? And let's talk about each city. Let's talk about Harrisburg. Let's talk about Lancaster and York. Let's start with Lancaster.
Lancaster, you have right now Tellus 360,
Tellus is ridiculous.
and Altana's having a big function that gets full too. But Tellus right now is the one on the map.
Right. Shout out to DJ Edge. Last interview, I think I said he was the older guy.
Yeah, Edge is my man.
He got on Facebook, was like, hey, I ain't the older guy. So shout out to DJ Edge.
Edge
killing it.
Actually put me onto a lot of stuff. Him and Alex from the Conestoga, very much out. They just saw things differently, and they still do. Edge just has a different outlook on how to make things happen.
Right.
Tellus is like automatic Friday and Saturday nights.
It's crazy.
People flood it.
I have to get in there. I'm always doing something, but
yeah, I was down there 2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it was nice.
All right, so Tellus is in Lancaster. Let's hop over to Harrisburg.
Harrisburg, you got Gastropub. You got the spot that you're usually at, Arugas. Tom Sawyer's is crazy.
Yeah.
During the summertime.
I smashed Arugas all weekend, man. It was
okay.
Oh, man. Yeah, now Sawyer's is hot. Gastro's doing his thing. Shout out to Mark Mann down there doing his thing.
And then across the street from Gastropub,
Bridges.
Okay. Bridges gets crazy. Cause they bring a lot of people in too.
Okay.
So they got the Spanish night, which is on the second floor, and then they got hip hop on the third floor. So yeah.
What all right, now York.
Okay, York had all the spots until they shut everything down.
Yeah, York kind of fell off the scene, man.
Cobblestones was the
after Cobblestones, literally after Cobblestones, York almost like disappeared.
Yeah. What's the one that everybody goes to? Something Frogs.
Fat Daddies. Yeah, shout out to DJ Knowledge over there.
That's my man.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Yep.
That's like the only thing out there.
That's the only big thing. Everything else is small. A lot of private parties. So that's how it is.
Who do you think's the top dog promoter now?
Top promoter in the area?
In the area, out of York, Lancaster, and Harrisburg, who's the top guy?
That's hard to say. It's real hard to say.
All right, who's the top two guys?
Promoting right now.
Mark
right now is killing it with Love and Hip Hop.
Mark Mann?
Yeah,
he's doing it.
Love and Hip Hop is killing it.
Shout out to him. He's doing it.
The new club that just opened up next door to Savannah's. They're doing that thing. They're making a little bit of noise. Yes. They're making a little bit of noise.
I like how it's set up in there. I like how it's set up in there.
Big.
I like how it's set up in there.
What's another promoter that's out here? You have big promoters. Big Al doing this thing. Dante's doing this thing. Got to shout out to Dante. Dante's
Shout out to Dante. He
putting things
should
on.
be coming. He's here after you.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta
Shout out
give
to
him a
Dante.
shout
He's another one from New York, I believe.
Yeah.
And came out
Exactly,
here.
doing things.
And I hear DJ Matt is from New York too.
Exactly.
It's
Matt was doing his
yeah.
thing.
That's crazy.
So New York, it has a different attitude, and it makes you think outside of the box every day you wake up.
Right.
Every day you wake up, you gotta walk to the subway. And if the subway's not working, you gotta figure out if there's a bus. If the bus not working, maybe I gotta get in a cab. These
Right.
days it's Uber and Lyft. It's just changed.
Right.
Before you try to see if you had a friend or somebody that knew you that was gonna take you somewhere.
Right.
But that's
How often do you go back to New York?
Like every few months.
Every few months.
Yeah.
Do your kids like New York better?
Yeah.
You had both of them in New York?
No, I have one in New York. The other one is born here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, New York. I like New York, man. New York. I haven't been there in a long time.
Okay.
I like the opportunity. Man. It's just people.
Yeah.
All kinds of people, man. But Lancaster, same thing. It's all different kinds of people. Harrisburg, you know, it's a nice mixture, and the venues kind of show that. You know, you can find anybody in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
New York has some good spots for a lot of club stuff. There's just so much to do, so people get lost. They don't know which ones to go to.
Right.
So I stay close to some of the promoters out there. So I got a shout out to Distinguished Gentleman. That's Andre. I don't know if you haven't ran into him.
No.
Andre and Troy, they do a lot of crazy stuff in New York. It's nice.
I know they have upcoming is this week. What we got going on this week? This Thursday, I'll be at Catalina's.
Okay.
It's gonna be in full swing.
Okay.
As far as all the new changes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That should be in full swing.
That's fine. It's Thursday set off for like the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Set it off. That's what we're trying to do. It's my birthday week too.
Okay. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I think I'm just I'm not big on doing something for myself.
Okay.
I'm always big on just doing stuff for other people.
Okay.
So but it's gonna be a vibe in there Thursday, and then Friday I'll be at Aruga's.
Right.
And Saturday I'm not sure.
Okay.
But are you covering? My boy has on. Matter of fact, this Saturday, the 22nd.
Okay.
Shot the Social Life.
Okay. Yeah.
He's doing an event. It's called the Men of September.
I'm not sure because I promised to be down at Gospel Pub again.
You heard about the Men of September
Yeah.
though? Okay. Yeah, I heard it's like more of a grown
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
You don't want everybody dressing up. So
Right.
It's different.
Right.
It's like a
Right.
grown and sexy type of event.
Right.
Yeah.
Why do you feel people immediately are like out? Because I'm not like that. Some people say I am though,
You're not.
but a lot of people say I am.
Maybe they don't understand you already have a goal set up.
Right. You're right.
And they don't understand what you're trying to do. Same thing when Cashmere. I got a shout out to Cashmere.
Shout to him. Yeah.
Yeah. He has the same types of goals, but he's all over the place. And that's what happens. Most of us, it looks like we're just in one little location, but we have so many different connections. We gotta actually jump from here to here. I don't care if it's doing lighting, if it's sound, or just to say what's up to somebody and check in because some events are coming up. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Nobody really stays in one place. If you do stay in one place, you don't get that far.
You don't get that far. That's true. You gotta bounce around. Like I said, I like to just see more unity, man. I like for people to put the egos and all that shit to the side because you can accomplish more with more. All right, well, listen, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is DJ Jones Face to Face Talk Show. Again, if you guys just tuned in, I'm sitting here with Mike Sutherland. This video or this interview, so much will be uploaded tomorrow on YouTube, Google Play, iTunes, and all the popular networks. For those who missed the live taping, make sure you guys share this in your timeline, share it in your feed. And once again, shout out to Work Together, shout out to All Star Images, and shout out to Mike Sutherland for coming down here and killing the interview.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, man.
Not a problem, man. Thanks.
Thanks.
All right, you're welcome.